In this sequence, we're going to demonstrate the WiFiByLight functionality. You might want to use this functionality in a couple of different scenarios. One would be where you received your node from us without any Wi-Fi credentials pre-configured, and you don't have an Ethernet cable option to bring the node up on the internet. So now you need to get those Wi-Fi credentials into the node. And we do this by transmitting pulsed light at the photo sensor, which is right here, the little dark circle next to the black band, from the torch at the back of your mobile phone. So you can see here in the app that there's no node listed and that the node is currently powered off. So the first thing we're going to do is power up the node. And we'll see a series of light sequences. There's the USB sound system initializing. It's successfully communicated with the asterisk server. Next, the node is 2 flashes indicating that it's looking for the internet but can't find it. And like a proper piece of ham radio equipment, it's IDing, since it is already configured with my call sign and node number. So now, that was the first attempt for it to find the internet. So it waits a little bit in case something needs to be turned on. There's the second attempt to reach the internet, which has failed. If it had succeeded, it would have flashed 6 times. So we continue to wait. At each try, it backs off and waits a little longer than the last time, so that it gives the node or your mobile phone, your mobile hotspot, or whatever it might be trying to communicate with long enough to get started. As we can see, we still have no node listed in our mobile app. Now, in this sequence, at this point, we're going to prepare our Wi-Fi credentials, and here we have them. Now, we can see that the red light is now on solid. That's telling us that we failed to reach the internet and we've activated the photo sensor. Please proceed with the WiFiByLight. So you can see here I've got my credentials in the screen, and I'm going to tap Start Strobing Credentials, and I'm going to aim my camera light about 3 inches above the node at the photo sensor. And you'll notice that the solid red light went out. That's your indication that it did indeed see the flashing light and is trying to receive it. So we just wait the sequence out, try to keep the phone steady at a constant distance, maybe 2 to 3 inches above that photo sensor. There's the ending of the sequence. Light goes out. 1, 2, 3. So that was a successful WiFiByLight. And now we'll see that the node reboots and it's going to try those credentials. So what we're looking for is the 6 red flashes, and then for the radio to announce the IP address on the radio. There's the 6 flashes. There's my ID. 192.168.10.18. And you can see now in the app that the node is listed because it is able to communicate to the internet, and thus it's able to communicate with the mobile app. So we're going to tap on 49341 here, and we'll go into the node detail screen, and you can see that we've got a selection of information and other activities that we can carry out with the node. We'll go into those in different sequences, but at this instance I just wanted to point out 2 things. You can see about 1/3 of the way down the screen is the MAC address. That's the physical hardware address of the Wi-Fi adapter that's in the Raspberry Pi. That's useful sometimes if you're configuring a firewall and you want to specify DHCP lockdown to specific MAC addresses. If you don't know what that refers to, don't worry, but there are certain people who like to do that kind of stuff. And of course you can see the IP address. Now that's useful because you might now want to SSH to the node and you need to know which IP address to SSH to. So it's given to you there, and then beneath that it's confirming the Wi-Fi SSID. Now, if you wanted to continue now and configure another Wi-Fi combination of SSID and password, perhaps your mobile phone hotspot, you can tap on Wi-Fi SSID and it brings up that credentials again. Now in this instance, it's not going to flash it. It's going to send it directly to the node over the internet connection, because it has an internet connection to the node. So you don't need to use the WiFiByLight. This would also be the case if you had an Ethernet cable available and were able to plug that Ethernet cable in when the node had no Wi-Fi credentials at all. You'd be able to get to this screen and send the Wi-Fi credentials to the node without the need for the WiFiByLight. So a couple of points on WiFiByLight. Make sure you're in a fairly subdued lighting situation. As you can see here, it's on the dinner table. There's just some soft mood lighting around the node. You don't want it in direct sunlight or in a room that is so brightly lit that it can't distinguish between the dark and light flashes of the strobing sequence. So that's it. That's the WiFiByLight sequence. Be patient. If it doesn't work the first time, try a slightly different light setting. By light setting, I mean the environment around the node, maybe a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. And thanks for watching.